Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are going to go over part 2 of everything that will help a new player out. This is mainly going to start going more in depth of helping out your roster and things like that. And towards the end of the part 1, we were talking about, your tripods and your skills. And I kind of briefly mentioned about the runes here, which you can see all your runes that you have ever acquired for your entire roster right over here when you hit K and look at those. And I said I would go in more detail on how to collect more of these, and this is where we're going to start doing that right here. And these are acquired throughout different means. You can only have up to 8 of these total. That meaning those classes are transformative classes, the Machinist and Shadow Hunter, Demonic Shadow Hunter. You guys can only have 8 total, as well as stance swap classes like Pinnacle Glavier, Enhanced Weapon Deadeye, and both engravings of the Gunslinger. You are only locked to 8 as well, even though you have many more skills than the rest of us do. That you're only allotted 8, just like everybody else, to keep things fair. Now, different rarities give different bonuses. Like for the bleed, we'll just go like that. I have 3 different types. The rare one only lasts for 4 seconds, while the legendary lasts for 6. That helps out with your damage overall for longer periods. Same thing with Conviction. It starts at 10% for the uncommon, 20, 30, and 40% chance to activate. And that goes along well with, Judgment, because Judgment pairs with Conviction. It starts with 10 all the way up to 40. So you kind of want the highest one that you can get there. Focus is MP going on up as you can, everything like that. The skill cast time with Galewind. No one really uses Iron Wall when you get out of early tiers. It's helpful at the beginning, when you're just trying to go through. But once when you get the rest of your runes, you start dropping these ones off. More for protection, because protection goes through and gives you a shield based on your max HP. Compared to Iron Wall is just a flat % reduction while you're casting certain skills. Overwhelm increases your stagger damage on certain things, so ideally the higher staggering skills, if you can add this rune in there to make them have even more impact on them, it helps you out a lot more. And then quick recharge gives you a chance to reduce your skill cooldowns. It doesn't say how much, what's your chance of getting it, but you get a 12% reduction on all your skills. So that's very beneficial. Rage is another very good one to have, because it increases your chance of attack and movement speed for 16 seconds. So those that run Raid Captain, this really helps, spike up your DPS every now and again. Wealth runes are the main thing that you're going to want to, farm up and get, collect around, because all these wealth runes, for those that build, high spec, Deathblade, Deathblow Striker, Demonic Impulsion Shadow Hunters, Reapers, any spec of Reapers, you guys are wanting the highest tier possible of the wealth rune, because it gives you more of your identity gauge right off the bat. It helps out so much. Now, I know I kind of went over all these kind of a baseline of what they do, because the main thing is, if you do Alt D, you can go under right here, character growth, skill runes, and you can see every single rune in the game. Now, each one comes from different sources. The check mark means that you have acquired it. And if you're wondering, well, which one do I need to still do? You can click this little button there, the view unattained, and it shows you every single one that you have yet to obtain. Now, Some of these are in the stronghold, and and then you got field bosses that have some of these. So those are really helpful to go through and do. And we'll go into the stronghold and see if mine happens to have it, but different places have different runes depending on the thing. So we'll kind of go over that. Like I said, stronghold, you unlock this after you beat Lutera in Lutera, right before you get your boat. And he doesn't have one. Let's see. So this would be your guy that you would go to anytime and see they had it. Always check here, because it is the most helpful place to check them out. Now, there are going to be places you're going to want to have your Procon compass right up here at all times, because this helps you out track what's available. Now, chaos gates, the higher you go up, the higher chance of, the rage rune. The chaos gate always drops the rage rune, but it's not a guaranteed drop. It's a potential drop. That's what it says. Expected reward. You're always getting a rift piece. You're getting a secret map of a certain level, a certain rarity. You can get it cleared for the relic tier, and then you get some card packs from any range. It'll give you just a packet, either from uncommon to legendary, and you get one of them. The chance of another card, which will go over cards and what they're used for. So, and then the rune is only acquired one time. So if it goes by tier, this is your tier 1s right here. You only get one of those at a time as well. Once we start going up into the tier 2, you get one of that one. And then tier 3, that's as high as you can go. Now, field bosses spawn once every so often as well, and always check the schedule. It rotates every day which ones are available. Field bosses and chaos gates, when they do start spawning, they're every hour, on the hour. So pay attention, and it starts at 11 a.m. on here, on my end at least. Different areas spawn at different times, so just pay attention for your area. I'm going to actually turn off this one because I got everything off of this field boss that I needed. But different field bosses have different things that you need, so you kind of pay attention to which ones you need. Like these are my last two that I need, because they have Island Souls, which is another collectible that can help you out. But ideally, you're going to try to get yourself up into this tier, the tier 3, because tier 3 is where the legendary bleed rune is at. Mocha, Thunder Wings, and Hermit. Hermit is the 3 that can drop it. I end up getting mine off of Hermit, but I end up getting the Omni Star off of Mocha and him. You need those for skill points, which we'll discuss that in a minute. So, and feel free, like I showed you, you just click this, turn it on or off, which ones you want to be tracking, so you don't have right here your little alarm thing going off saying you got so many coming up, when you don't really need to see that many. Adventure Islands, some of them, there's always going to be Adventure Islands every day. What time kind of varies. So you kind of see when they are coming up, at what time, and you kind of pay attention. I always keep all of these Adventure Islands on, due to the fact that some of them, like the silver is always there for most of them. But at one point, let's see if we can find one. And okay, so right now none of them have it, but check every day, because one of these could be a gold island where you can get gold for just participating, doing the island quest for the day to get extra gold for your account. But all these are expected rewards depending on the amount. So where it has the little compass mark next to the items, next to like the province sword and the pirate coin and the chest, are what's going to guarantee drop. Silver is going to come out of the chest and for a fluctuated amount. But that chest is also, excuse me, going to give you either bloodstone shards or a small amount of that, or the island soul as well. So it's really worth doing these all the time. So that's really helpful. Ghost ships going through is just more engravings for your account and some card XP. So that's really helpful as well. Different islands will get different things as well. So kind of track that. So just kind of see what's going on and what you can get from each one. Sailing events always give this pirate coins and the respective collectible token coins that you would use to trade at different ship docks. So that's helpful there. Rowan is a complete PvP fest. So if you like PvP, this is your area that you can go do. And that's mainly what this kind of little Procon compass does, is tracks this. Ghost ships is only once a week that you get the reward for. So if you've done it once a week, sometime during the day between the resets, that's all you get. As well, we're going to go back out because you're going to have towers. So if you power passed your way through, you're not going to have these towers completed. And the towers are really, really beneficial because they give out various things. The first time completions is always guaranteed items. I don't know exactly what they are now because I've already completed them on set characters. So this is Cube, Boss Rush, Tower. Now we got 3 different ones. Tier 1s is right here. But 25 and 50 in tier 1, there's going to be a skill point potions on each one for 3 points. Same with the Fate Spire, same thing. And throughout there's going to be some runes in them. And then we get the Fortuna, which is the newest one that they just released, which here it's showing, because I haven't started doing any of them yet, because I don't meet the item requirements. But it shows exactly what I'm going to be getting throughout the whole shebang. And right here at floor 15, this is a skill point potion that helps out immensely in later game tiers as you go through. And this is what eventually you're going to clear up to get. We're going to get later on the remaining 25 floors up to floor 50 to get as well the last skill potion that Korea has, so that's going to be helpful there. The Throne Spire is another place that gives you a bunch of rewards as well, so you kind of go through there, guaranteed, legendary books of your selection, so that's helpful there. But always search through here, the Alt-D, character growth, and the skill runes to see where everything is at, that you can buy, because it's really helpful to build your account with these to help them out. Now going back into the skill potions, see right here I have a cap of 411 skill potions, and my character is at level 60, so I am at the highest level that I can be character wise. Each character, every time that you start leveling up from 50 to 60, will get 6 skill points. At level 55, you can take a skill up to level 11 instead of capping out at level 10. And at level 60, you can take it up to level 12, which means more base damage, which is very helpful. Increase the base damage, and it just skyrockets with all your engravings that you have. Same thing, Alt-D. But instead of the skill rune, we're going to go right up here. Permanent stats. These are all permanent ones when you collect them. And just to show you, I'm only missing 1. But all these have different places, like the towers that I was telling you about. Shadespire, you can see there's one there. And this is where, you know, you're going to spend a lot of time trying to figure out where these are at. If you power passed, you're going to get guaranteed any quest ones that were on the way from, depending on how fast you, what level you power passed up to. So if you power passed up to Punica, every quest from here all the way through, every single quest except for South Fern and Rowan up here will be completed. Islands do not count, so you would have to go do each one of these individual islands yourself to get anything from them. But all the quests on the main islands, where you have the stories and stuff, are going to be completed. All their things, collectibles that are roster bound, will be given to you. Now, if it's not roster bound and it's only character bound, it will not give it to you. So that is something to look out for there. But that's something that you can do to kind of help yourself if you do that. Now, collectibles, doing Alt L will give various things. If you click on the rewards, right here, you get the Greater Skill Potion, which gives 6. Once we get 20 Island Souls, and that's, there's, if you go to Max Roll, they have a speed run of how to get these super fast up to level 20, just so you can get that real fast. The Giant Hearts, this one is a grind. As you can see, I actually have them all, but mainly you just want to get, there is a total of 12 in here. So this one takes a while because there's a lot of rapport that you have to do on this to get through it all. And then, you know, some of them are tied to Una's task, doing reputation, so you gotta see kind of where they're all at. And let me just claim this to get them all cleared off. But you kind of go through Una's task. We'll have some stuff in here as well. So in the completed, we'll just do like skill potion. These two right here, the choir teacher and the wisdom island, these are the ones that give you the guaranteed skill potion. We'll go through, so there's quite different places to collect them. Omnian Stars has 12 in here as well. You need 2 for the first one, and then you have to get up to 6 for the next one, which takes a while to get, because you're going to have to do some of the RNG guys to get. Excuse me, sorry. And then here, all the Masterpiece does is get you card packs, some emotes, and base stat increases, some extra runes, but these chest ones actually give gold, which is really helpful. So you really just kind of working your way through all that. That one will passively come through during different things, so it gets pretty easy. Makoko seeds, I haven't been very diligent on this. Now I'm working my way on up. Ideally, I want to get up to this, just to get this last Masterpiece here. Actually, I would have to get clear up to here to get this Masterpiece. So, really just, on all those, Maxwell has every location of every single one of these, so kind of go through and look to see. Igneous tokens, you're mainly trying to get up to 8, which that only comes from completing any of these adventure tomes to 100%. Just hit N on your, and it'll show where your progress is at. The main slow thing that's going to bog down just about everybody are these ones up here, the cooking and the collectible items, because these are RNG drops from kills, and these ones are guaranteed places for some of them, but they can have an RNG tied to them. So this is kind of another grind fest, but it ends up helping your skill points out. And if you can get up to 9, it unlocks a Bifrost key, which gives you a teleport around the world that you have saved wherever you have it, depending on what you want. Roll Tree mainly is just to kind of help speed up that and get some masterpieces, so it's not too bad. But this is another place to get the runes with the sea bounties, because right here at 34 is one of the last epic wealth runes that you can get the entire game, and it's a grind to get to this. So really, like a lot of these that you get up to that you want, it's going to take some time. Don't get frustrated with it. Just, see where their collectibles are at to get that taken care of. And that it's kind of just take your time. Don't feel frustrated. That's why this is to build your roster. So take your time. If you enjoy it, just do this. Get all your raids done, stuff like that. And then find different things out to help build your account up to make it feel stronger. Now, we briefly talked about cards. If you do Alt-C, you can have cards saved per character. You get 2 free ones at any given time. And depending on their awakening level, which we'll go over that in a little bit, gives you different effects. But ideally, you want to get the base effects of collecting the entire set. So this is the Lost Wind Cliff set. So if we go down here, where is it? Right here. So there's 6. Some of them have 7. So you can have an option of which one. But once when you start awakening them, which is this little gold icon on each one of these cards, you count them all up, and if they match the next requirement, you unlock another bonus. So for Lost Wind, 7 extra % crit chance. Very nice to have. And this is another good one to have if you are running a support, because in here it gives you a 3.5% increase to your party and self holy damage. And the reason why it's really good for supports to run this is because most people, when they get far enough in, are going to be running the Light of Salvation set. And the Light of Salvation set, when you get to level 12 awakening on it, you get your entire damage, no matter what. If a skill says, it's fire or water, whatever it is, it's holy. It's now straight holy, which Legion raids, all the bosses in the Legion raids so far are weak to holy. So that's an increase of damage there. And then the further the awakening you go, you get more % holy damage on top of it. And then you can cap again when you get a full awakening set of 30 to get a total of extra 15% holy damage on top of the holy damage weakness effect given to the boss. And then if you get the one from the supports with the Lost Wind Cliff, that's even more damage on top of it. So this does take a lot of time because it's all RNG based on which ones you're getting. There are, in some instances, you can get card packs that says you can select one. These are very valuable because you are guaranteed of a card that you want. I recommend if you get one of these card selection packs that says that you can select one, hold on to it until you are super close. Say, like in like this case here, I need 4 cards. I just need one more to unlock her. But if I was, say, I had like 5 of them, and each one of them, these 5 were one away, I'd select one of each to increase the tier, and then I'd be 5 away all the way around to upgrading to the final set. Over here in Enhance, this is how you know how many cards you need to level up. So we'll take this Fulton card, enhance to max awakening up to level 3 is what it's telling me because I have 7 cards of him. Here's how much card XP it takes to upgrade him. This is up here how much I have in total. You can cap out. This is the cap. This is how much I have right here over this slash. 191,700. Click max there. It's going to cost some silver. And for the sake of the video, we'll do this. Requires 1 identical card for the level 1 awakening. You get 7 in your possession. Tap that. Boom. Now the next one's going to take 2, then 3, 4, 5. So you need a total of 15 cards in order to fully max out a select card. And the amount, as you can tell, skyrockets in experience that you need, as well as how much silver. So this takes some time. Ideally, only do it on the cards that you want to do. Another nice thing that helps with collecting a lot of cards, because in a previous video I made mention that you want to save your blue crystals, because your blue crystals you want to use to expand your card slot. You never want to delete a card or card sets that you have, due to the fact that they give a combined bonuses. Collection bonus, as you can see here, I have, these are all the main stats, so depending on which class, I get 154 of my main stat, 133 health, 24 to the crit points, spec 29, domination, each one of these, and then some extra bonuses to defenses here. And then down below, as you start awakening, you start seeing bonus to humanoids, up this much. Bonus to demons, up this much. Depending on what you do, it increases all the way through. They did go through and allow you to see, okay, what card sets do bonus to demons. Here's one. Okay, I need 8 total points here, which I'm at 6. So really, I could go through and get another 13%, or a 0.13% chance, or not chance, extra damage towards demons, if I so choose to. So depending on the cards, that's what you want to do. Go through and collect. And this is all just RNG grind that just takes some time, and it helps out immensely with damage overall and base stats. Just to show you, these are your combat stats, and depending on how much you get, affects how much that stat does. So like 500 crit points equals about 20% crit rate, which helps out a lot because you're going to need to build crit chance for most characters. Spec helps out with your awakening damage and how much everything else each thing does. We went over this already, so it's kind of helpful to get these base stats up as well. Now, while you're progressing through the game, you can see it. Once when you hit level 60, it only goes over to the roster level, which you hit O to see where you're at. We're looking at that down below. But everything from here upwards, you're collecting as you're going through. You get some free stuff throughout. Some wallpapers, which is nice. Level 60, you get a Bifrost key. So that's your first major milestone. So you can have 2 unlocked instead of just 1. If you're running the Crystal Aura, you get 2 more. So right now, the more progress you make in the account, the better. More stronghold energy. Going through, here's some free crystals that you can use to unlock how many card packs you can have, which is super nice. And going through, there's some more chests there, some more stronghold energy. So really you're going through more crystals, nice. And these greater stat potions are, bound, and it shows right here how much extra, or just right here, that are given by all potions. So any potion effects that you collect throughout the world, here's some more bonuses right there. This is kind of where you can see like where everything's capped out at. So right now, I'm working my way up to get another 25 vitality. So this is kind of where I'm at on my old stuff. The virtues down here, all it really is for when you start doing rapport and when you're going through story. The rapport, some characters to unlock their quests to continue doing rapport ranks will say you need some certain stat of wisdom and certain stat of charisma, for say. You need those 2 up at a certain point before you can continue on. The bare minimum, if you want to know, for the highest level that I know of so far, is 370. That is the highest one that I've seen so far. So I believe it was in kindness. Which skins, if you are equipped skins, do give more depending on which skin you have equipped. So you kind of see wisdom, charisma, kindness. But that does not apply to your entire account. It only applies to that particular character. So this really helps out there. So, already talked about that. Okay. So, all in all, like, really just to kind of help progress your account, do different things in the world if you have the spare time and are enjoying the game and want to feel your account progress. Do different things. Definitely do all the different islands you can, because different islands earlier on will give different things. And all in all, hopefully this was helpful. And if it was, please let me know down in the comments down below. If I still missed something between these two parts, let me know, and I will make another part doing a wrap up of everything that I may have missed throughout. So until then, stay tuned, and we'll catch you on the next one.